it's my pleasure to introduce Maassai, who came all the way from Brooklyn, New York to play Sled Island Music Festival, which is going on right now. And we're going to get a special performance here live in the studio, playing tonight as well at Dickens, 10:30 p.m. But I'm really excited to see what she has in store for us. So take it away whenever you're ready.
Thank you. What is this flutter? Why? Every time it's butterflies. Why is it they never die? Why it's like we tethered? Who would've knew I ever tried? Guess you knew me better. Where on earth is heaven by when we be together? Who you make your bed with? Why I'm all up in your sweater when I ain't wanna sweat it? Why you got me sweating? How I'm geeking at your essence? Where's all this headed? Though I heard you when you said it, I just got a lot of questions. Love, I know I question everything, but I can feel it, I know what it does. I know I don't got the answers, but I don't got no question that it's love. I know I question everything, but I'm just probing you to see what's up, yeah. Up, yeah, yeah. I don't got no question that it's love. I know I question everything, but I can feel it, I know what it does. I don't got the answers, but I don't got no question that it's love. Question everything, but I'm just probing you to see what's up. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah. I don't got no question that it's love. Question everything, but I can feel it, I know what it does. Low-key, but they still feel like I'm OD. I ain't gotta flex, niggas know me. Soft all around me, so I'm cozy. Soft all around me, so I'm cozy. Said low-key, but they still feel like I'm OD. I ain't gotta flex, niggas know me. Soft all around me, so I'm cozy. Soft all around me, so I'm cozy. You know we used to pick the cotton out. So if it's soft, we quick to spot 'em out. No, I'm off the botany. Take a shot for the cotton mouth. You all tissue. Cop the bounty and it feel like you niggas. I'll show you what this bottom bout. Told you to get out of town. Let's just say a lot went south. Lips pouting on my backside. Cocky as a cop out. That's just my black pride popping out. When I pop the blouse open, it's just hot in here. If you watching me, make sure you watch your mouth. Why you dying eyes? Know you plotting on me. Know I got the size in my soul that you shocked about. Turn the volume up so when you see me, hit the nod and bounce. Certain niggas greet me like they got the doubt on their shoulders. Like maybe I should watch my mouth. Turn it down a notch an ounce. But when I factor in the way they move, it's a lot to count, so now it's fuck it. I be out here in my bag, I got it out the pocket. Now it's optic, and all my ops is flopping out. Low-key, but they still feel like I'm OD. I ain't gotta flex, niggas know me. Soft all around me, so I'm cozy. Thank you.
You're listening to Maassai live on CJSW 90.9 FM. How you're feeling this morning?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm working on just a few hours of sleep.
Me too.
But it's lit. We here.
This
Calgary.
is the perfect way to start your morning.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and so you just got in today. Is this your first time here in Calgary?
For sure.
Wow.
This is first time in Calgary, second time in Canada.
Amazing. Where else did you play in Canada?
I played in Montreal last year.
Montreal.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, welcome to Calgary.
Thank you.
So excited you came at the best time of year, Sled Island. It's the hype of the town for sure. And you were also selected by Bartice Strange, who is the curator for this year's festival. So I'm just curious, like, what was that experience like? Is there a connection there with Bartice, or you
For
just a fan?
sure. Yeah. So I'm from New York. And there's a definitely community there. And I met Bartice through that circle. And Bartice always shows mad love. Shout out Bartice. So yeah, I'm super happy that he picked me to be a part of the festival. It's a great opportunity for people from all over to get to convene in a place that we might not have otherwise, been performing at.
Yeah. And you're also joined alongside Jay Words at today's festival, too, who is a collaborator. You're one half of Air as well. Can we look forward to any surprises? Is that just like a coincidence, or I guess how did you two meet?
Yeah. So me and Jay Words, we're both solo artists, but we also have a duo called Air. And Jay Words actually performed at Commonwealth last night. And yeah, it just so happens that we got booked separately
Yeah.
to play. Super cool. We are taking a hiatus from shows because we got an album dropping.
Okay. Cool.
That is expecting to drop pretty soon. So
Exciting.
definitely look out for that.
And community plays such a big role in Sled Island, and you kind of talked about Bartice and the community back home in New York. So I guess how does community play a role in your journey as an artist, if you don't mind sharing?
For sure. I think especially within the realm of hip hop, a lot of it for me is about collaboration. Like I make beats, but a lot of my beats are, things that I collaborated on with beat makers and producers. And even like my collaboration with Jay Words is something that I do think that music is like at its core, like the way that it started is like a very communal thing where people are gathering and like just like in the spirit of it together. And even as a solo artist, just going out to shows and seeing friends perform, it pushes me so harder to like get better at my craft. And I think it does that for all of us. So I think that community is really important in that way. And then also as artists, like, being outcast and maybe feeling like people don't understanding you, having that community where we're all just like on the same page and free to express ourselves is super important to me.
So true. And you played 2 songs here at the top of the set. Do you want to talk about them a little bit, or just like say what the song names were for the listeners?
Yes. First song is called The Questions. And that's unreleased, gonna be on a project that I drop a little later. And that song is like me tapping into my more sensitive love bag, which I've been trying to do more. Show some vulnerability because I be hard. So yeah, love that song. And that was produced by Iblis, who's a very great producer out of Brooklyn. And the second song is called Cozy, which was on my last album that I dropped with the Shifts, that you can find on all streaming platforms. And that song was produced by Nelson Bandela, who's also a super crazy artist out of New York, originally from Texas.
Amazing. And you did a release in, was it 2019 into 2020, kind of around the time of the pandemic? What was that like, I guess?
Yeah. Are you talking about like a solo release?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You did an EP?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So in 2019, I know I dropped Construction too. And that basically is just like a collection of thoughts around like gentrification in New York City and displacement and taking up space. And then I also dropped With the Shifts in 2021 during the pandemic. And I was just in my bag. There was nothing else to do but be inside. I wasn't in work. So I was just inside, and I literally just had my bootleg set up right next to my bed every day, and I would just wake up every day and just record. So the pandemic definitely, like, I had a lot of creativity brewing during that time. Definitely like a flow for me. And I was able to like release a lot, like release music, but also like release a lot out of myself, like emotionally.
Yeah, and like now, I guess post pandemic, have you been playing a lot of shows, and how has it been like translating a lot of those songs live now?
Yeah, I love playing these songs live. These songs mean so much to me because they really encapsulated like mantras of like being able to be adjustable and adaptable in tough situations. So every time that I listen to that album or I'm performing songs from that album, I'm just like, wow, this is powerful. Like I'm affirming myself. Like it's powerful to have other people resonate with it, but it also like just for myself, I'm just like, damn, these people don't even know. Like this means a lot to me right now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Amazing. And are there any like inspirations or themes that you really look to when you're in that creative process of writing songs?
Yeah, I feel like I'm super conceptual. So I usually am like very thematic, metaphor, like usually there's something that happens in my walking world that like encourages me to think about like an idea and I'll flesh that out through a project. Um so I would say like my working life outside of music like contributes a lot to my creativity. I'm not the type of artist that will probably like just being an art be in an art lane. I enjoy having a job. I enjoy having like a world out of art because I think I have more to say when I'm experiencing and living outside of that bubble. So that's definitely a big source of my creativity. Like I'm inspired by the people who labor for us. I'm inspired by, just everyday people who are trying to make it just like everybody else.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, so happy to have you here in Calgary. Finally get to catch you live. I'm so excited. And I guess what's next? New music on the way. You mentioned you're going to have a project here dropping soon.
Definitely. Next, you can definitely look out for Air. Air is dropping something soon. And as far as solo work, I also have like a last iteration of my construction series dropping pretty soon. So stay tuned.
Amazing. What was the inspiration behind construction, like the name, I guess? Because it's kind of like a series, right? You're mentioning.
Yeah, it's a series. And construction was just based on the fact that like New York is literally being ripped apart all the time and built into a new structure. And it's kind of taking ownership of like, Black and Indigenous people were the original construction workers of New York City's terrain and like reclaiming our space and my space within my city as someone who was like born and raised there. Which is like just so important to me. I recently went on like a New York City walking tour of slavery in the Underground Railroad. And I learned so much. I didn't know. I feel like New York is always thought to be like this, was always thought to be like this free state, and I didn't realize how central New York City was to the slave trade.
Wow.
Yeah, like Wall Street was literally the first place. That was the place that commerce of like slavery was even being distributed. So yeah, it's all just so amazing to me. Terrible, but also just like, I know that like my ancestors like helped to build the city in this land, and I feel a responsibility and a connection to it because of that.
Totally. Like it's a part of history that shouldn't be erased.
Right, exactly.
Right? Well, thank you for the work that you do and the writing and the passion and the creative energy that you bring to the music scene. And like I said, I'm really excited to catch your show tonight, 10:30 p.m. Dickens, you're playing with Havaya Mighty, Canadian legend. It's going to be a stacked lineup. You won't want to miss it here for Sled Island. Maassai has 2 more songs for us lined up. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. I know when it's time to go. I'ma keep it moving. You ain't who I do it for. Don't you peep the movement, get into it. I ain't the one to get into it with. Why you wanna get into a fit? Something in the jeans, you can't do it like this. Do it like this. Stormy, it may seem, but blessings raining like it's spring. I'm a flower blooming. You can bring the heat. I am on it. Someone to see me falling. Try to throw you shade, but can't stand the cold at all. Don't respect the cold at all. Shit is changing. That don't rearrange. My heart been the same way from the start. Oh, the only definite is change. I know it's the only thing that stay the same. I'll go with it, but it can't take my spirit. Stormy, it may seem, but blessings raining like it's spring. I'm a flower blooming. You can bring the heat. I am on it. Someone to see me falling. Try to throw me shade. Yeah. No. Eh. Said fuck the conversation while I'm wasting all my love. Obsessed with what we hate, that's the way the shit can rub us wrong. When it hit the ache and now we say that we above. Limitations is a dub, you niggas take it if you want. Need to get out the country, blazing out the front. See, reach the peaceful one, scrape the needle, touch the blood. Stay deep inside the cut. Stay deep inside the cut. Raise a hand if you want this, take it if you tough. Razor sharp, you with nothing, why you dulling up the HUD? Keep me out the drama in the middle of the month. Counting days till the dollars that I make could be enough. Got the patience, but it sucks dick. Life can make a nut quick. Outed you in public. Caught you on your bluff. Now you busted and your niggas is disgusted. And the trust is gone. That's why the function be too much. Stay deep inside the cut. The tough skin is a must. Stay deep inside the cut. I ain't rolling deep, I'm rolling up till it's deep inside the lungs. Stay deep inside, deep down inside, deep down inside. Told me that my scar was just a bruise. Knew I was a star, now I feel used. I was budding to a bloom. You could give your love, but now who hardly cracked in two? Trying to see what you made up, what you could do, where you come from. Wanna see you break a bone, scrape your lungs, pull a joint. I just stretched it from a nug. At a point where I don't need too much. Stay deep inside, deep down inside, deep down inside. The Tuscan is a must. Stay deep inside the cut. I ain't rolling deep, I'm rolling up. Till it's deep inside, stay deep inside. The Tuscan is a must. Stay deep inside the cut. I ain't rolling deep, I'm rolling up. Till it's deep inside, stay deep inside. Stay deep, deep inside, deep, deep down inside, deep inside, deep, deep down inside. Thank you so much. Shout out Calgary. We in this.